I think it was last year you spoke about your wife who's been by your side through thick and thin.
My baby.
And you said she's going through early onset dementia.
Yeah.
How has that been on you, dealing with that? I mean, she's such a young age, and to see the woman that you've been, she was a cheerleader after you met in college, and to see her go through that.
And with the support that she's given me over the years, you know, my wife, I'm 59, and we recognized some things were going wrong with her about 10 years ago, actually.
Really?
We thought it was menopause. And, you know, you go through it and you start going to the doctor. Now, I'm coming off of burying my mother-in-law.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I buried my mom. She had Alzheimer's. My mother-in-law was living with us because she had Alzheimer's. And we were taking care of her. And now we thought my wife was going through menopause at 49 because she's coming to 50. And so in about a year and a half of testing, we find out it was early onset. So we had been dealing with this 8, 9 years, you know, going back and forth. And it's been, you know, what's difficult is, it's quite hard to take care of someone 24 hours a day, 24 hours. And she has that agitating Alzheimer's. And I have to keep a 24-hour nurse with her all the time. And these people now, you know, she getting angry, agitation all the time, and she hits you. They take that nurse out, send another nurse, and they put more charges on. I mean, they running a bail up on me.
Right.
But she, if anybody, has earned the right to be in her home.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And no matter what, she will be in her home, and I have to do it. And it gets hard. But football gets me, like, I'll do what I got to do all week, and then get to go on the weekend and talk football so well, watch some games, have a good time, and I can come back and do what I got to do again. You know what I mean? And take care of my wife, take care of my family. But football playing football brought me out of the ghetto. Now, being around the game, keeps me sober and gives me that lift so I can go deal with everything else I need to deal with.
The most touching thing that I took from that documentary is that when you got in that trouble and your wife said, the Lord told me I am your wife.
Yeah.
And whatever else you did, you got to work out that with him. But I'm your wife.
Right.
And I'm not leaving. But you got to work out what you need to work out with him. When you told a story, and it almost like you broke down, like that broke me. Everything else I had been through, I thought I was strong enough to overcome. But when I heard her utter those words, that broke me.
It's the fight in me, right? I told you about the reptilian brain. I'd rather her fight me here. Not physical fight, because I never hit a woman. But I'd rather say, what is wrong with you? What are you doing?
How could you do
me like that? Then I've been taking care of everybody, you know, that's it. I've been taking care of my family, your family, I'm going through things. You can run to that.
Yeah.
You can run to that. But she didn't fight me. She says, I'm gonna get out the way. And now she makes that fight between me and me. Now I'm looking. And she just showed me in that moment how much she doesn't deserve, how much I don't deserve her. In that moment. And she's saying she's not going anywhere. What you go in the room and say to that? What do you do? I was hoping she gonna fight me and we get in an argument, I could walk back out the door and go do some more.
Right. Or she said, I'm a boy, hey, since you want to be out there, I'm out.
Do what you gotta do. Well, I'm gone, I'll go back and do some more, you know what I mean? But when she hit me with that, it was, that was the hardest.
When you found yourself alone with yourself, did you ask God, what did I do to deserve this woman? What did I do to deserve her? What did I do to deserve your mercy?
Yeah, something like that. Anything, a woman like this. And my mom, man, she was always like, you know, you meet people as you go through, and my mom would always say, that's a good girl, baby, but she's not the one. Like, that's a good woman, but she's not the one. That's a girl, she's not the one. I like her, but she's not the one. As soon as she met Sandy, she was like,
that's it.
That's the wife. That's what my wife and my mom were very close, very close. And me and her mom were very close because her mom put me back together. Like even when I was out all night messing around, come back home, her mom would say, "Baby, come on now. It's just the devil that we're trying to take our blessings." She said, "I got you. We're gonna get you back on your feet." She would pray, feed me, say, "Ain't nobody going nowhere. We're gonna get you back on your
That's
feet."
the old school though.
Yeah, baby.
That's how my grandparents.
Yeah, that real
that's how they
stuff,
came
real.
up. It happened in today's time.
That's that village.
Yes,
When they say you
absolutely.
can take a village, that's a village. They're going to look out and take care of you, and she was like that. I love her mom and I were so close. I miss her so much, man, because she just helped me with everything. Right. She just helped me. But yeah, that's been hard. And that's what the thing was. After watching what my mom go through and then us picking her mom up off the floor, even at the house all the time, when we realized it was Alzheimer's, my wife, she made me a promise. I don't want anybody to know. I don't want anybody to know. I don't want anybody to see it. That's why people never found out. I've been dealing with 10 years because she didn't want anyone to know. And how they found out is I brought everybody, because I told everybody that you can come live at the house. It's a big house, it's just us, and you come live at the house to help out. And then her brother and sister get in a fight. They're at the house, and I'm working, and they're calling me all the time. He has to go. Then I had to get her brother to leave, and he didn't want to leave. I had to take him to court to leave out. And then it all came out in a little court because I had to get him to leave.
Right.
And it was just, it's a mess. This is so hard on families. It's so hard because every family member loves the one that is sick, and they think they know what's best. And you arguing about treatment and who's going to take care of her, and this thing requires an anointing. I can't do it 24 hours a day every day. So I have to get help. It takes an anointing to take care of people. So I'm praying for everybody out here that's dealing with it, and there's a lot of people that are dealing with it.
A child, taking care of a child, you can pick the child up, you can carry him around, but you're talking about an adult that's not as easily manageable.
Correct.
And like you said, she's at that state where she gets agitated and she fights you back, and you try to calm her down, and it's a huge undertaking.
And with a child, you have hope of tomorrow. I'm doing all of this now, but the kid's going to learn, and they'll be able to do it. So you got an end game. There is none here.
She's not going to get better.
We're going to continue to do this. And so you just got to keep that support and keep people around her. Like the doctor said, bring as much family around as you can.
Does she recognize family?
She doesn't recognize anyone. It's so funny you say that. For the first time about 3 months ago, and I promise you, man, in at least 7, 8 years, since she said it, she looked at me, she said, and I held her hands out, like, "Come here, baby." And she hadn't done that in, 7, 8 years. About 6 years ago, 7 years ago, she came, we were in the room, and she looked at me like, "What's this in my bed?" And that's when I knew, yeah. I can't be in the room anymore. So I had to go to the other room. Because she was like, "Hey, who is this man in my bed?" So yeah, she had to have her own room.
Damn. Sorry to hear that, Mike.
Want to join Club Shay Shay? Become an official member by hitting that subscribe button, where you never know who's going to be joining us for drinks and conversation. Don't be late to the party, because we like to do something before 2 something.